So you want to start planning a vacation but don't know where to start? Then this video is just for you. Welcome to this Trini Will Travel. My name is Keisha and I'm from the beautiful island of Trinidad and Tobago. On this channel, you'll find informative travel related content. If you're interested in experiencing Milan, Europe, and travel from a Caribbean perspective, go ahead and subscribe. But let's get into my top 5 travel planning apps. These are the apps that I go to when I am trying to plan a vacation, staycation, or just looking to see what's possible. There are many apps that you can use related to travel. However, these are the ones that I specifically use when planning. And I narrow them down to my top 5. I may include 1 or 2 as honorable mentions, but basically these functions will be the most important. The first app is Hopper. Now, once I discovered Hopper, I was in love. From the graphical interface to everything in the app, I really loved it. Nowadays or today, I don't know what happened, but they tried to gamify the app a little more. However, it still fulfills the main function that I wanted to fulfill, which is to get an idea of the price ranges of flights and the cheapest time that I could travel there. And before, they only used to do flights. Now I believe they added hotels, car rentals, experiences. They have a lot going on, but the main reason I use it is for flights. I love that they show the highest and lowest price points for the destination that I plan to go to. So if I'm flying from Port of Spain to Miami, Port of Spain to JFK, I put in that and it will show the red boxes is the highest prices, the yellow boxes is somewhat okay, and then green will be the lowest prices. Also, for your chosen dates, they also let you know if you should buy now, wait, because they go on historical prices, so it lets you know if prices will go down or if it will get higher the longer that you wait. So that's one reason that I really love Hopper. However, Hopper is based on an app, so you don't get it on the website, on your website browser. It is an app that you have to download on your phone. However, the alternative for me to Hopper is Google Flights. Now, for a while, Google Flights was not available in Trinidad. However, I believe it's available now. So you can type in your destination, your departure airport or your arrival airport, and Google Flights will also show you the various routes that you could take and the various prices. My next favorite app for travel planning is SkyScanner. Now, for a while, I think I forgot how nifty an app SkyScanner was, but I was recently reminded why I love it so much. So unlike Hopper, with SkyScanner, you have the option where you can put in a departure airport. You don't necessarily know where you're going, and you can explore the cheapest locations you can get to from your departure airport. I have a post on my website, thistriniwilltravel.com, where I show the cheapest destinations from Trinidad, and I got it using SkyScanner. So I just put POS as the departure airport. I put my time as anytime. I put my destination as to anywhere, and it just shows me my favorite sort in order, lowest to highest flights out of Port of Spain, Trinidad, for different time ranges, and they will show you this is the cheapest period, and I just love it. Now, there's also the option where you can put in a destination with open dates. So let's say you want to travel to Barbados, but you just want to go to the cheapest time. You put in Port of Spain to Barbados, and it will show you the list of prices, cheapest to highest, well, for the cheapest dates. And you can also do it where you can put in the dates and leave the destination open and see the cheapest destinations for a particular date range. So I just love that app. Like, if you're working with a particular budget and you want to see what you can do with that budget, I really like SkyScanner for that open or explore feature. The next 2 apps are related to accommodation. Now, unfortunately, accommodation is one of the most expensive expenses on a trip. Whenever you can get free accommodation, it's always a blessing. But if that's not the case, these are the 2 apps that I go to see what makes the most sense for me. So the first app is Airbnb, and there are other apps such as Flipkey, HomeAway, and especially for Tobago, there's an app I always use that sometimes I still use before there was Airbnb, and it's mytobago.com, where you can see different villas. But this is just an app I use depending on where I'm going. I want to see if how the accommodation is, if I don't want to go to a hotel, if I want to do self-service, if I want to have a kitchen, if I want to cook. I want to see the price ranges that are within the area. The next app that I love to use is booking.com. Now, I really like Booking because they always have nice deals with the hotels depending on where I'm going, and I may want a hotel. I use booking.com if I want to see the hotels that are available. And I love that you can filter down everything. If you want a pool, if you want the shuttle to pick you up from the airport, breakfast, all inclusive, anything, you can filter it down by, and it's very easy to use. And you can use it both on your mobile as an application, or you can use it on your browser on your computer. Booking.com also allows you to search for car rentals as well as flights, but the main reason I use it is for hotels, and sometimes I may use it for car rentals if that's something that I would need. And the final app is Google Maps. Now, you may be thinking, Google Maps for travel planning? How? Why? What? Let me explain. So when planning a vacation and thinking about logistics and making the most practical decisions that I have to make, I like to see the villa or the accommodation in comparison to the airport or train station or where I will be arriving to see what makes sense. Depending on the type of vacation that you're planning, you may not want to have a long transit, you may not want to rent a car, so you may want accommodation that is close and easily accessible to, let's say, a train station where you can travel. So mainly to see the distance between things, depending on the attractions that I want to see, how far away is it, what makes sense in terms of what I want to do, where I have to stay, and the transportation arrangements that I may have to make. Also, where possible, I like to use the 3D view because I want to see the streets, I want to see where I'm staying, because sometimes places may post pictures, of course the inside is looking nice, the place is looking nice, but then it's sometimes in a really shady area, especially if you don't know where you're going. I want to see what the surroundings are looking like, so I like to use the 3D view to have an idea. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. I don't really like how this area is looking, so just to have an understanding of the area of where you're going. And there you have it, my top 5 travel planning apps, with 1 or 2 little bonus apps. The main things are really flights and accommodation. So for flights, the apps I like to use are Hopper, SkyScanner, and sometimes Google Flights. And then for accommodation, I like to use Airbnb and Booking.com. And then just to have an idea of the logistics, to see what works and what doesn't, I like to use Google Maps. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative. If you have your favorite travel planning apps, comment them down below. Tell me if they're different. Tell me if it's the same. Tell me what you have tried, what you liked, what you didn't like. Let's discuss it down in the comments. Also, I have a blog post on this same topic if you prefer to read, if you want to see some examples, thistriniwilltravel.com. I also have the link, the direct link to the blog post down below. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe. In my next video, I'll talk about how to plan a vacation. We have the apps. These are the apps that we could use, but sometimes you still need some guidance in how to even start planning a vacation. So if that's something that you're interested in, subscribe so you can see when I post it, and when I do, it will be somewhere here on the screen for your viewing pleasure. But safe travels until next time.